game?
Good.
All right.
Fun game last night?
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, we knew and we know on all these midweek games now that the teams we're playing are good. You know, New Mexico State's definitely been playing well in Conference USA. They beat A&M on a Sunday. So we know they're good, and we have to come ready to play. And so when we try some different things and we fall behind, I'm proud of the guys for battling back. So it was those games are probably better than, blowouts. So we're happy with it.
That game was relatively low scoring compared to ASU. I think it was just 20-11.
Yeah, day game, wind blowing out.
When you went back and further looked at the tape, what did you assess from Berg and the struggles he had in that first inning?
Just didn't throw strikes, and then his stuff just wasn't very good. I mean, that's not the same guy we saw in the fall, and he acknowledged that, and we just got to get back to work and get him right.
You had mentioned last night that you guys are looking for lefties, and you got him, you got Russell, and you got Orloff.
Right.
Just no one's really stepping up right now.
Well, I think Mason did a good job against Grand Canyon in his second inning of work. I thought that was way better. And so we'll keep working with him and see if his velo jumps up a little bit and more consistent with strikes. That's what we need.
Does it help that most of the right-handed relievers are good enough against the lefties that it's not killing you?
Oh yeah, I mean we've pretty much been that way our whole time here. I mean we've not really had many left-handed relievers that have been super successful for us. It's mostly been right-handers with good changeups like Matt Martinez has done a good job for us.
How would you describe the way that Owen handled the environment up at ASU
Saturday? He did great. I mean, he obviously his stuff was really good that night. He had good defense behind him, and he was, he never really gets worked up. I mean, even when he got beat up pretty good in Globe Life, he was fine. It was the same. He acted the same way after he was taken out of that game as he did up at ASU.
He wanted to finish it though.
Oh yeah, he did, and that's the way it should be.
Did it surprise you to see some of that emotion from him? He said that's kind of really not usually him.
Yeah, it was, and I didn't really see it. As soon as the innings, usually the last pitch is thrown, I go back to my notes and start writing things down, and everybody's like, "Oh, he was beating his chest and this and that." I'm like, that surprised me, yes, but that's what those rivalry games do.
What was the process with Andrew in terms of introducing the outfield idea to him? Did you guys came to him? He volunteered.
He basically told us he played center fielder in high school, which we obviously saw him in high school, so we knew he was out, played everywhere, and he really wanted to get in the lineup, and we need to get his bat in there somewhere. So I think probably he came to us first.
Okay. You used him in right field last night.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously it's a smaller right field than left field here. He didn't get any balls.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how he's coming along?
He's fine. I mean, we'll always, whatever stadium we go to, we'll look at the dimensions and try to put him in where he could be the most successful. But, hopefully Brayfogle will be back and in the lineup for the rest of the season, and Summerhill shortly will be back. So we'll see how much longer he has to go out there.
Is there a teaching philosophy for you and your staff specifically on tracking balls at dusk?
It's just hard. You just have to get used to it. And we saw it last night again. Their team struggled with it, and we got a triple out of it with Mason. So it's just one of those things you got, especially in this stadium in Arizona sky. It's very difficult. So it's just experience.
What do you think has been the culprit for the bunt defense this year? It seems like there's been a lot of mistakes in that.
No doubt, 100%. That's something we talked about last night. And when the team wants to give you an out, maybe they're going to advance a runner, so be it. Let's just take the out. So we're going to work on that today, work on it tomorrow, and just sort of get back to basics. And I think a lot of times, especially young players, want to make the great play instead of just, let's get the easy out and they score a run, so be it. We're going to score more. And
is it also a case of, even though you may have told them ahead of time or in practice, this is the guy who takes this ball, when it actually happens, then it?
Well, I mean, there's two or three guys always involved. Mm-hmm. It's not like one guy is always going to have they're always going to be aggressive to get to the ball. One play we didn't communicate between the first baseman and second baseman. That's happened before, and it just can't happen, especially in big games.
What's your scouting report on Oklahoma State?
We're just doing it right now. Basically, that's the problem with these midweeks is you got to focus on that team now. Today is sort of looking at Oklahoma State And I haven't really looked at the way they play. I'm just looking at pictures right now, and there's a lot of power arms.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to like scout them when they were in Globe Life.
Well,
right?
we could go watch their games.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was in the same stadium. We had a place to watch. But again, we're trying to get ready for the next opponent there. So, it's tough.
It's supposed to be 100 on Friday, so now
Yeah.
we're getting to where it's the Tucson weather.
Yeah.
How does that change things?
No, just obviously it's going to get harder. The field will get harder. The ball will start to fly more. I heard Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be windy, so I don't know which way the wind's going to blow. So we'll see. Just that's our weather, and that's why we come here to live and come here and play. We're excited about it being hot.
What is the latest with Summerhill?
He's starting to do some. His rehab is going well. He's trying to grab a bat now, and he's been swinging one-handed. We're trying to get him to two-handed, hopefully today.
So with Kane working into the outfield, does it kind of give you a plan B? Let's say Brendan can only DH when he comes back, or something to that effect.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's a plan B, but hopefully, Brendan's. Is it the throwing? Is it the hitting? What's going to bother him more? We'll see.
Sure. Obviously, you'd like Colin McKinney to go deeper into games than he has. It's not like he's been getting torched or anything, but
Right.
his pitch count has gone up
Correct.
so much that he can't last long. What is the impact of that on the rest of the staff, the rest of the weekend?
Well, we haven't had an issue with it because Casey. Basically it's a piggyback situation, and those two plus maybe one other guy is taking care of Fridays, which has helped us a lot on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, if we can get him to 6-7 innings, and Casey maybe throws an inning or two and is available for Sunday like West Virginia, that could help us a lot.
Sure. When you look at Mason White on the all-time leaderboards for you guys, he's in the top 4, I think, in home runs now, but he's also, I think, maybe second or so in strikeouts.
Correct.
Does that just sort of sum up the kind of player?
I just think I think he is better than that. I mean, obviously the power is impressive, but I do think he's better and can cut down on his strikeouts. I think that's something that he's going to bear down on the rest of the year and battle and be better at.
Is there a pitch that he's more susceptible to?
I think there's numerous, and if he swings at strikes, usually he'll be successful. So if you look at a lot of his strikeouts, he's swinging at pitches either up out of the zone or down. So I can't really say one or the other.
I don't think either one of the pitches he swung at for the home runs was a strike. I think they might have even.
Well, they might
They
be
were-
low, right?
Yeah, low and down and in. Yeah.
That's why 3-0, even when it was a little low. He's got an ability to hit that ball and get it in the air. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.